أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and welcome to another one of your G3 classes. I hope and pray that today everyone is doing well, and I hope that this lesson is beneficial for each and every one of you. Jazakumullah to everyone for arriving on time today for the class. In today's class, we are just continuing where you guys all left off from yesterday. So our aim for today's class will be to complete Surah Al-Kafirun, okay? But before we do that, I'm just going to quickly talk you through the etiquettes of the class. So please make sure that you guys have all done your wudu, that you have done your ablution. Make sure that you are wearing clean clothes and that your head is covered. Also make sure that you are sitting in a quiet place, okay, just to eliminate any background noise. And make sure you have your parents by your side just for parental supervision. And also please make sure that you have signed in with the correct IDs. Use the time right now to check if you have signed in with the correct IDs. And if you haven't, then please make sure that you rename yourself, okay? So as always, we are going to start off our class today with an opening prayer. And for that, I'm going to call a student to the mic. Assalamu alaikum, co-host.
Walaikum assalam. Can you try AG3074?
Yep, AG3074. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. Okay, may you please start off with Dawood at-Tasmiyah and recite the following prayer for me, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم.
MashaAllah, very nicely recited. Well done. And could you please also read out the English?
Our Lord, accept from us, for you are all hearing and all knowing. Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 128.
Well done. MashaAllah, very nicely recited. AG3074. Jazakallah khair for your time. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay. So now that we've just gone through the opening prayer, as I said today, we are going to be going through Surah Al-Kafirun, which is basically the second half of it, okay? So our aim today is to complete the surah and call as many students to the mic to practice this surah together, okay? So I'm just going to quickly play the audio in front of you guys for today's surah. Please make sure that you are listening closely and that you are repeating as well as soon as the reciter recites it. So please listen and repeat after the student as well. Okay, so here we go.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 قل يا أيها الكافرون قل يا أيها الكافرون قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون لا أعبد ما تعبدون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
Okay, so hopefully you guys were practicing as the surah was playing. I'm just going to share my screen now back to our lesson for today. Okay, so now that you guys have all listened to the surah, we are going to start practicing the surah now. So if I could please have a student to the mic to practice the surah with me.
Yes, can we try AG3060?
Yep, AG3060. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you doing today?
Good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm good too, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. Okay, if you could please start off with the ta'awudh and tasmiyah, and then please start reciting from here for me, please.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
Okay, mashallah. Very nicely recited indeed. Just a few things I would like to add, okay? Your talaffuz was very good. I can see that you are elongating on the right places and you know how much time you need to spend on all the letters. The only thing I'm going to say here is that this word here, okay, I do understand that there is a blank alif and the letter before that has got a fatha on it. So initially, we should be elongating it for 2 seconds. However, there are certain parts in the Holy Quran where you don't do that, okay? So this is one of the instances where you wouldn't prolong. You would just say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. You are just going to say, ولا أنا. Can you try saying that, please?
ولا أنا.
Well done. I'm not going to go into why we are, not elongating it. It's more to do with the meaning and Arabic grammar. But just for now, know that within this surah, even though there is an alif mad here, you're still just going to give this noon a 1 second timing. So act like this blank alif is not there, okay? Just act like this part's not there, all right? But this is the only thing I would like to add. Now, if I can ask you to recite this first verse again for me, but make sure that you don't elongate that word here, yeah?
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولا أنا عبد ما عبدتم.
Okay, well done. So I can see you didn't elongate this part here, but just remember, here you are elongating it still. Okay, there is an alif mad here. The only instant where the alif mad is not going to apply is in this special case here. Okay, the ana is a special case. Apart from that, all across the whole surah, wherever you see an alif mad, you have to elongate it. Okay, so if you can please repeat after me. ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم.
ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم.
Okay, well done, mashallah, very nicely recited. And just one more thing I would like to add here. This ayn, do you know if this is one of your throat letters?
I think so.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Your ayn is actually one of your throat letters, and the sound comes from the middle of the throat. So try saying ah for me, but make sure that you say it from your throat. Try saying that for me.
Okay. Ah.
Well done, mashallah. Now I can really hear the difference. Well done. And here, over here, we are going to conceal the sound of the noon. Do you know the rule of noon ikhfa?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So if that's something we haven't covered yet, we are going to cover it in future lessons. But I'm just going to give you a quick recap. There are certain letters, if they occur after a noon sakin, then you need to give a full clear noon sound. For example, alif, hamza, ha, kha, ayn, ghain. If any one of these letters appear after a noon sakin, then you know that you need to give a full clear noon sound. So the letter after the noon sakin always determines whether you're going to hide the sound of the noon or whether you're going to give a full clear noon sound. So is there one of the letters that I just mentioned?
No.
No. So what do you think we're going to do here?
You have to hide the noon sound.
Absolutely. Well done. Well done. So you're going to hide the sound of the noon. So if you can try say this after me. وَلَا أَنْتُمْ.
Okay. وَلَا أَنْتُمْ.
Well done. Well done. MashaAllah, very nicely recited. Jazakallah khair for your time. Keep practicing the surah and inshallah you'll be spot on with all of the rules soon. Jazakallah khair for your time.
Jazakallah.
Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Hafiz.
Okay, if I can have another student to the mic, please, co-host.
Yes, can we have AG3115?
Okay, AG3115. Assalamu alaikum. AG3115. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. Okay, if you can please start off with Dawood and Tasmiyah and start off from the start for me, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
Okay, mashallah, very nicely recited. I love the fact that you didn't elongate the noon here, which was very impressive. And your timings, again, they're spot on, good timing on all of the letters. So well done for that. Just two things I want to add. Here, a'bud, are you noticing that I'm giving a jerking sound?
Okay.
Perfect. So remember, dal is one of your qalqala letters. Regardless of the fact regardless of whether it's got the jazm or sukoon on top or not, since we are pausing at the end of the verse, we need to give a jerking sound anyways, okay? So if you can try repeat after me, a'bud.
A'bud.
Well done, mashallah. Good improvement there already. And here, this noon, what sign does it have on top?
A dhamma.
A dhamma. Well done. So when you were reciting it, I think you accidentally gave it a fatha sound. Make sure that you look at the stroke that's on top of the letter. Bear in mind what stroke it's got on top, okay? So if you can try repeat after me. Lakum dinukum.
Lakum dinakum.
Okay, try to give an oo sound over here. Dinukum
Dinukum
waliyadin.
waliyadin.
Okay, well done. Mashallah, very nicely recited. And you've already started improving in the things I asked you to improve in. So good, well done, good effort. Keep practicing Surah Al-Kafirun. And then inshallah, you'll be spot on with all the rules, okay?
Okay, Miss, can my brother have a turn?
Is your brother registered with the G3 course?
Actually, his ID is AG3116.
AG3116. Okay, if I can ask you to remain on mic then, because then I'll call your brother next, okay? AG3116, I'll call them in a second. Let me just open up the breakout rooms. Okay, just bear with me for a second. Okay, so everyone, we're now going to open up the breakout rooms. If you get a message on your screen or like a pop-up in your screen asking you to join a breakout room, make sure that you accept that invitation and enter your allocated breakout rooms, okay? So I'm just going to open up the breakout rooms now. Okay. All right, co-host, can we please see if the breakout room teacher has also been assigned?
Assalamu alaikum, yes.
Wa alaikum salam. Okay, so she's been assigned? Okay.
Yes, she.
That's great. Jazakallah khair for confirming that. Okay, AG3116, are you still there?
Ji, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. Okay, so since we are now in the part of a lesson where we listen to the hifz, are you willing to recite some of your surahs off by heart, the ones that you've learned?
Ji.
Okay, so basically there were a range of surahs that you learned, okay? They were Surah Al-Fatiha, Surah An-Nas, Surah Falaq, Surah Ikhlas, Surah Lahab, and Surah An-Nasr. Out of all of these surahs, which one would you like to recite to me today?
Surah Nas.
Surah An-Nas? Okay, perfect. Just hang on with me for 2 seconds. I'm going to find that surah for you. Okay. Okay, perfect. We've got Surah Nas here. I'm just going to stop at Surah Al-Falaq for you. Okay. Okay, so if you can please start off with Ta'awudh and Tasmiyah and recite Surah Nas for me, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
Okay, well done, mashallah, very nicely recited. Well remembered as well. I can see you remembered the whole part of Surah An-Nas. You didn't forget anything, so that was really good. Just going to go through a few things with you, if that's okay. If we look at the first verse over here, I've highlighted this letter here. Now, this letter Ain, do you know if it's part of your throat letters?
Ji.
Perfect, well remembered. So Ain is part of your throat letters, and as I mentioned earlier on, the sound comes from the middle of your throat. So if you can try repeat after me. قُلْ أَعُوذُ.
قل أعوذ.
Well done. Your Ain sound was much more clear this time as well, so well done. Remember, the sound of Ain needs to be given from the middle of the throat, so well done for that. And if you can, let's just repeat this whole verse together just so that we can see that you're understanding the rules, okay? So if you can please repeat after me. قُلْ أَعُوذُ.
قل أعوذ
بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ.
برب الناس
Perfect. Just a quick thing I want to say to the co-host. Co-host is saying that someone in room 1 is asking for help. Do I just press later or?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. That's fine. Jazakallah. So for the second part of this surah, here, what 2 strokes are these? What is the stroke called?
Kasra.
Kasra, perfect. And do you know how long we elongate the kasra for?
1 second.
1 second. Now, a common mistake that people make is that they try to say maleke, okay? Remember, the kasra sound gives an E sound, okay? So try say maliki.
Maliki.
Well done, mashallah. This time I can see that the kasra sound was said beautifully. So if you can now repeat after me, malikin nas.
Malikin nas.
Well done. Ilahin nas.
Ilahin nas.
Well done. So here as well, here we've got the kasra, so make sure to give that E sound, okay? And here, this noon with the sukoon on top. Were you here when I was explaining the rule of hiding the noon?
No.
Okay, so if there is a noon sakin, a noon with a sukoon or a jazm on top, whenever you're reading the Quran and you see a noon sakin, you have to make sure that you look at the letter after it, okay? In this case, the letter after it is a sheen, okay? Now, is sheen one of your throat letters?
No.
No, perfect. So because sheen is not one of your throat letters, we're going to hide the sound of the noon, okay? So rather than saying min sharri, we're going to end up saying min sharril. If you can try say that for me. Perfect. So this time we are hiding the sound of the noon. If per se the letter after the noon sakin was one of your throat letters, then we will make sure that we give it a full clear noon sound. But because sheen is not one of your throat letters, you're going to hide the sound of the noon. Yeah?
Ji.
Perfect. So here, this ha, are you noticing that I'm giving a round mouth to it?
Ji.
Perfect. So when you are reciting, try to, whenever you see a ha, even with the fatha on top, make sure you give it a round mouth. So if you could repeat after me, khannas.
Khannas.
Perfect. Well done. And just the last thing I want to add today is this the, okay? A lot of people tend to give it a za sound, all right? So make sure that you're able to differentiate between different types of letters, okay? So this letter here, you cannot mix it up with a za, all right? So with this one, you're going to get the tip of your tongue, and you're going to touch the bottom of your top teeth. The. Try saying that for me.
Za.
Okay, one more time, but try and get the tip of your tongue and touch the top part of your top teeth, but the bottom part of your top teeth. Okay? Alladhi.
Alladhi.
Much better, much better. Well done, well done. Good improvement already, I can see that. So overall today, mashallah, your recitation was very good. I can see you memorized the surah pretty well. No mistakes, in terms of memorization was made. However, just make sure that these little things that you're just revising over them. Make sure you revise your throat letters, your round mouth letters, your qalqala rules and all of that. Yeah? But apart from that, mashallah, you did a great job today. I'm very happy with that. Keep practicing. And inshallah, we hope to call you to the mic soon one day. Okay?
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah khair. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
No.
Okay, so if I can have another student to the mic, please, co-host.
Yes. Can we try NG3019?
Yep, NG3019. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good too, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. Okay, so out of all the surahs that we asked you to revise as part of your homework, which one would you like to recite today?
Surah Nas.
Okay, so you also would like to recite Surah Nas, no problem. If you can please start off with our Awud and Tasmiyah and start reciting the surah for me, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
Okay, well done, mashallah, very nicely recited. The thing is, when people are raising hands, it makes it hard for me to remove the highlighting. So the highlight's there, but this one's not for you, okay? Mashallah, very nicely recited indeed. And your memorization was really good. You remembered the whole surah, so that's good to know. Now this qaf here, can you see that I'm giving it a bit of a thick sound, okay? Now there are two different types of qafs. There is a thick qaf, which is the one here, and there is a kaf, which is just a simple one, like a simple K sound. So always make sure that when you're reading the Quran, that you're able to show the difference between the two, okay? So try saying qul for me, but make sure you give that thick sound.
قل.
Perfect, well done. So this qaf, remember that thick sound needs to be given. Well done. And if you can please repeat after me. قل أعوذ
قل أعوذ
برب الناس.
برب الناس.
Well done, well done. And this there here, make sure to get the tip of the tongue and touch the bottom part of your top teeth, okay? So let's try that one more time. أعوذ.
أعوذ.
Well done, much better already. Quick question. If there is a fatha, dhamma or kasra on top or underneath a letter, how long do we prolong it?
1 second.
1 second, well done. Your timing was good, but I'm just asking you questions to see if you remember the rules as well, okay? So well done. On these letters here, these three letters in particular, we're giving a 1 second timing, okay? So well done. And this sign here, do you know what this sign here is called? Do you know what the sign is called here?
Vertical fatha.
Yes, well done. It's vertical fatha. And do you know how long we elongate a vertical fatha for?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Well done. Mashallah, well remembered. So remember to not give it more than 2 seconds, okay? Let's try that one more time. Ilahin nas.
Ilahin nas.
Well done. And when you're saying this noon, try not to hide the sound of it too much, okay? It's just ghunna here. So please repeat after me. Hin nas. Yes, if you can please repeat after me. Hin nas.
Nas.
Okay, well done, mashallah, nicely recited. And there was just one more thing that I wanted to say, but it's gone out my head. But yeah, overall your recitation today was really good. I'm really happy with your memorization. I can see you know the surah pretty well. Just make sure you go over those rules, okay? Timings and throat letters, these two things, yeah? Okay?
Okay.
Perfect. Well, Jazakallah khair for your time today. Take care of yourselves and we hope to call you to the mic soon, okay?
Khuda Hafiz.
Jazakallah khair. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so if I can please have another student to the mic, please, co-host.
Can we try AG3074?
Yep, AG3074. Assalamu alaikum. AG3074. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, no problem. If we can have another student to the mic, please.
Yes. Can we try AG3064?
Yep, AG3064. Assalamu alaikum. AG3064. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, no problem. Let's move on to another student, please.
Okay. Can we try AG3053?
Yep. AG3053. Assalamu alaikum. Let's see if it happened this way. AG3053. Okay, no problem. Let's move on to another student.
Okay, can we try AG3030?
Yep. AG3030. Assalamu alaikum. AG3030. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you doing today?
Good.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so let's move on from Surah An-Nas. Apart from Surah An-Nas, which surah would you like to recite today off by heart? So you've got Surah Al-Fatiha, Surah Al-Falaq, Surah Al-Nasr, Surah Al-Lahab, Surah Al-Ikhlas.
Surah Al-Ikhlas.
Surah Al-Ikhlas. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. We've got it here. So I'm just going to pause at this surah here for you. If you can please start off with Ta'awudh and Tasmiyah, and please start reciting that surah for me, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Okay, well done, mashallah, very nicely remembered. In terms of memorization, there was no mistake, so that's really good to hear. And your tajweed, so your recitation, the pronunciation was very good as well. Just a few things I've highlighted here. But before I do go into how we can improve, I have to say I'm really happy with your kalkala sound. I could see that you gave a good jerking sound at the end of each verse, so that's very good to hear. Just looking at this first verse here, this qaf, right? I said to one of the students before, I said that this qaf we give sort of a thick sound to, okay? So make sure that you don't give it a normal K sound. So try saying qul for me. Student AG3030, are you still there? Okay, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Try saying qul for me.
Qul.
Well done. Make sure to give that thick qaf sound, okay? So if you could repeat it after me. Qul huwallah.
Qul huwallah.
Well done. Now, when I was asking you to repeat after me, did you notice that I gave a very thick sound to Allah's name? Did you notice that?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So whenever you're reading the Quran and you come across Allah's name, you have to make sure that the letter it's joining to, if the letter before that, so if it's a fatha or a dhamma, okay, if the letter before that is a fatha or a dhamma, okay, you need to give it a thick sound, right? So this vowel, what stroke does it have on top? This sign here. Do you know what it's called?
It's a fatha.
Yes, well done, well remembered. So it's a fatha. So if you're reading the Quran and you see Allah's name, if the letter before that or the letter it's joining to has got a fatha on top, you need to make sure you give it a thick round sound, okay? So if you can repeat after me. Wallahu.
Wallahu.
Perfect. MashaAllah. Very nicely you recited that. Good sound was also given there, so well done. And over here, if you could repeat after me. Ahad.
Ahad.
Well done. So as I said before, your jerking sound is great. You're giving a good jerking sound, good kalkala sound at the end of all the verses. But the only thing I highlighted here, the only reason why I highlighted over here is because this ha, is this one of your throat letters?
No.
Okay, so this ha is actually one of your throat letters, okay? But the sound comes from the middle of the throat. So try saying ha for me, but say it from the middle of your throat.
Ahad.
Ahad, well done, mashallah, very nicely recited. If you look over here, how will you say this word?
Allahu.
Well done, mashallah. You're giving a good, thick, clear, thick sound here, okay? Because you know that the letter that's joining to Allah's name has got fatha on top. So well done, mashallah, very nicely remembered. The only thing I would like to add now is this lamb over here. Yeah, this lamb has got a fatha on top. Do you know how long we prolong a fatha for?
1 second.
1 second, well remembered. So try not to stretch the sound or elongate the sound of the lam. So if you can please repeat after me. وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ.
وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ.
Well done. Just remember, this lam is not your Allah's name. Allah's name looks like this, okay? It's just a simple lam, so try not to give it a thick sound. Let's try that one more time. وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ.
وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ.
Okay, well done. Just remember, try not to say kullah. Just try say kulla. It's a simple lam sound there, okay? And do not elongate the sound for that. It's just 1 second timing. And if you could just repeat the last verse for me, so that I can see you've understood the rules well.
وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ.
Okay, well done. Good jerking sound and good hair sound as well. Remember, fu, fu, one. These are 3 different letters. Try not to mix them up, okay? Try saying this after me. Kufuwan ahad.
كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ.
Well done. Well done. Mashallah, very nicely recited AG 3030. Jazakallah khair for your time. Keep practicing and inshallah you'll get there very soon. Okay? Jazakallah khair for your time. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so if I can please have another student to the mic, please, co-host.
Yes, can we have NG3020?
Yep, NG3020. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good too, alhamdulillah. Jazakallah for asking. Okay, so out of the surahs that you guys have been practicing recently, which surah would you like to recite to me today?
Surah Al-Fatiha.
Surah Al-Fatiha, okay, we can go with that for you. So if you can please start off with Dawood and Tasmiyah and start reciting Surah Al-Fatiha for me, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Okay, Ameen. Well done, mashallah. Very nicely recited. I'm just going to resume my sharing. Here in front of you, I've just highlighted a few things that I want to talk to you through. Overall, your memorization was really good. I can see that you know the surah really well, as it's one of the surahs we recite 5 times a day in our prayers. So well done, well remembered. So your hifz was spot on, and your pronunciation was also very good. I could see at places you tried really hard to give the ayn sound, and you were elongating the letters pretty well as well. So that's really good to know. Just a few things I would like to point out today. Over here, I've highlighted this right here because of this certain letter here. Try saying this letter here for me.
Alhamdu.
Well done, mashallah. I didn't even need to correct you there. You did it yourself. Well done. So this ha here is your throat letters. Okay, it's part of your throat letters. Sound comes from the middle of the throat. So make sure that you give it that big sound. So let's try that one more time. Alhamdu.
Alhamdu.
Well done. And this ra here, can you notice that I'm giving a round mouth to it?
Yes.
Yeah, well done. So ra is one of those letters. It's actually one of your round mouth letters. It's one of those thick letters. But make sure that when you're saying this ra, that you give a round mouth because of the fatha, okay? So the rule is, if there is a ra and it's got a fatha or dhamma on top, you give it a thick round mouth sound, okay? But if it's got a kasra underneath, then it's just a thin ra sound. So in this case, since it's got a fatha on top, we know that we need to give it a round mouth. So if you can try repeat after me, this is how we're going to say it. Rabbil.
Rabbil.
Well done. So even now, even though I can't see your mouth go round, I can hear it, okay? So it's really good. Well done. You're picking on it pretty well. Just make sure to give that a round mouth. These next few verses, mashallah, you recited them really well, and I was really happy to see that you were elongating this ya because of this alif mad, okay? Just over here, this ayn is also one of your throat letters, and the sound comes from the middle of your throat. So if you can try repeat after me. Nasta'in.
Nasta'in.
Good, well done, mashallah, very nicely recited. Just remember to give the ayn sound, okay? The sound from the throat. So well done. Do you know what this sign here is called?
I think it is you have to like press it.
Yes, well done, well done. So not only do you know the sign name, but you also know what you need to do. So good. This is a shadda, also known as a tashdid, and you need to put pressure on it. You need to press on top of the letter. So make sure that when you're reciting that you're putting pressure on the sword, okay? Because it's the sword which has got the tashdid on top. So if you can please repeat after me. Ihdina
Nasi.
Well done. So mashallah, you're pressing on the letter pretty well though. Just remember, wherever there is a tashdid, what do we need to do?
You have to press it.
Well done, well done. Similarly, even here at the end, I've highlighted that because it's got a shadda on top, so we need to press on it. So if you can try repeat after me.
Waladolin.
Good, well done. Very nicely recited. I can see you're pressing on top of the letter pretty well. And just make sure to elongate it a bit more because this is a big mud. It's known as a mad kabir. So it's part of your extended elongation signs. So you need to elongate it for a good 4 to 6 seconds, okay? Let's try that one more time.
Waladolin.
Okay, well done. Mashallah, very nicely recited. NG3020. Jazakallah.
Can my sister try?
Is your sister there?
Yes.
Okay, and what's her ID?
NG3036.
3036, did you say?
NG3036.
Okay, perfect. Yes, if your sister's there, I can listen to her as well. Assalamu alaikum, NG3036.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good too, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. Okay, which surah would you like to recite today?
Surah Al-Lahab.
Surah Al-Lahab? Okay, perfect. I will do that for you now. I'm just going to pull out the surah. I just need to make a quick announcement to all the children. Please make sure that you are renamed to the correct IDs, because otherwise you're going to be put into the waiting room and then you won't be able to attend the class. So make sure that you have signed in with the correct IDs. Check that right now and rename yourself if you feel like you've signed in with incorrect IDs, okay? Okay, so Surah Al-Lahab is right here. Perfect. If you can please start off with our word and tasmiyah and start reciting the surah for me, please.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab. Ma aghna maluhu wa ma kasab. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب امرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد.
Okay, well done. MashaAllah, very nicely recited as well. Let's just quickly look at a few things together. I'm really happy with your memorization, I have to say. Just one place you forgot to say this word here. You said ma aghna maluhu. Make sure it's got an anhu in between, okay? So try not to forget that, all right? You sort of just forgot that that word was there. So if you can try repeat after me. ما أغنى عنه ماله.
ما أغنى ماله
ماله. Okay, good. Remember, this is just the one place where you sort of forgot a word was there. Overall, though, in all of the rest of the verses, your memorization was really good, okay? Just make sure to not forget that one specific word. And your talaffuz was pretty good as well. Mashallah, I could see that you know the difference between letters, the different sounds. The only few things I would like to mention today is here at the end, this ba, what's it got on top? What's this sign here?
تشديد.
Yes, well done. It's a tashdid. So we put pressure on that letter. Now, at the end of each of these verses in this surah, we're meant to be giving a jerking sound. For example, وَمَا أَغْنَى عَنْهُ مَالُهُ وَمَا كَسَبَ. And even here, لَهَبْ, حَطَبْ, مَسَدْ. Okay, can you see that? Can you hear that making a jerking sound at the end, right? Over here, it's different. Because even though this is one of your kalkala letters, it's got a shadda on top, which means that we need to press on it and then we give a jerking sound. So we're going to end up saying watab. Yep, can you try saying that for me, please?
وتب.
Good. So put pressure on it. Watab. It's like holding it and then letting go of it. Okay, so try that one more time.
وتب.
Well done. Well done. And over here, we are hiding the sound of the noon because the letter after it, after the tanween, is not one of your throat letters. So if you can repeat after me, نار
نار
ذات لهب.
ذات لهب.
Well done, well done. Remember this, there you get the tip of the tongue and you place it at the top part of your, at the top teeth, but the bottom part. So try singing the. Well done, mashallah. This time it was much better. Well done. So overall, your recitation today was very good. I'm very happy with it. Keep practicing your qalqala letters and your ikhfa letters, so the noon where you have to hide the sound of the noon, and just make sure that you don't forget about this word in between the second verse, okay? But very happy with your recitation overall today. Jazakallah khair for coming to the mic. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so I'm going to now close the breakout rooms before we move on. Alhamdulillah, I'm really happy with your recitations today. I can see that, you know, you lot have practiced well, and that you know, you're considering all the rules that are present within the surah. Okay, when it comes to memorizing the Holy Quran, it's absolutely vital that when we're memorizing that we know the proper talaffuz. Okay, so make sure when you're learning a new surah, with each word, bear in mind, you know, the different talaffuz that comes in. So when you're first memorizing, a good tip is to just look at the verse and read it very, very slowly, just to see how we would pronounce each word, how long we would elongate it for, and you know, pick out any rules that are there within the verse. Okay, so make sure that you're doing that before memorizing, and that is going to help you a lot. It's going to reduce the chances that you're going to make mistakes. Okay, so now we've come towards the end of our lesson. I can see a lot of people have already started coming in from the breakout room, so that's very good to know. Let's just quickly take a look at our homework for today. So our homework is to memorize Surah Al-Ghafirun, verses 5 to 7, which is what we covered today, and revise all the chapters which we have learned. So that includes Surah Al-Fatiha, Surah Al-Nas, Surah Al-Falaq, Surah Al-Ikhlas, Surah Al-Lahab, Surah Al-Nasr, and also the first part of Surah Al-Kafirun. Okay, so keep revising all of the chapters that you have learned. As part of your rule quest, the surah and focus for that is Surah Al-Kawthar, which is chapter 108 of the Holy Quran and consists of 4 verses. If you are aged 6 to 7, we request you to pick out any similar sounding letters from Surah Al-Kawthar. So examples can be Sad and Tha, Ta and Tha, Ha and Ha, right? So these are all similar sounding letters. Make sure that you pick them out if you're aged 6 to 7. If you're aged 8 to 9, pick out any blank letters. These are letters without any strokes, and they are silent when you connect 2 words together. But if they come separately, then they can be pronounced separately, okay? So blank letters, make sure, strokeless letters, that you're picking out those letters and seeing where in Surah Al-Kawthar you can find strokeless letters, okay? If you are aged 10 to 12, please pick out the lean letters. So if there is a ya sakin and vaw sakin preceded by a maftuh, which is a letter carrying a fatha, you need to softly prolong it for 2 seconds. And ya sakin is basically ya with a sukoon or a jazm on top, okay? Similarly, the same applies with vaw sakin as well. So that's your homework. Make sure that you revise well and that you are taking part in the rule quest part of the homework as well. Today we're going to end off our class with a closing prayer. And for that, if I can please have a student to the mic, co-host.
Can we have AG3110?
Yep, AG3110. Assalamu alaikum. AG3110. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, no problem. Since we are running out of time, I will just recite this last surah as well, just to make sure that we finish the class on time. Is that okay, co-host?
Yes.
Okay. So everyone, please follow along the screen, okay? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة. English translation is, O Allah, have mercy on me through the Quran the Great, and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy. Jazakallah khair to everyone for attending the lesson today. Make sure you complete the homework. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and inshallah, I hope to meet you in another class soon. Take care of yourselves. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.